Hi, my name's Mike Brotherton and welcome to East Sussex and my allotment UK. It's fantastic weather out there. Only trouble is I wanted to record this episode out there, but everybody's mowing the lawn, dogs are barking and extensions on buildings are going ahead, so I've given it up as a bad job. We're now in the 4th week of isolation, and how are you coping? We're bearing up here. Spending a lot of time in the garden and on the allotment, of course. And are you following me with the microgreens? If so, and you should now be on to the second batch of growing the cress in coir. And this week we can also start sowing our peas. And the first thing we've got to do, like all of the microgreen seeds, is that we've got to soak them overnight. Some microgreens you don't have to soak overnight, maybe just for 3 or 4 hours or 12 hours, but like the cress, peas need the full 24 hours. Have you remembered to water them every other day, and every day turn them round to face the light? Come on, turn it round, face the light. Our cress has been cut and applied as a garnish to our lunchtime sandwiches. Very tasty and refreshing. The peas are placed as before in the plastic beaker, and in hindsight just a tad more than I've shown here, and the water then applied. Coir placed into a tray. I've used a larger tray than with the cress, which over the past weeks you've probably purchased off the internet, to about ½ inch from the top. Peas applied and distributed evenly by hand. And covered with a thin layer of coir. Pressing down firmly. The second batch of cress will look further on than in the coir than those grown in the kitchen roll, but this is because the coir is swollen. We can counteract this with the peas by placing on top of it another tray or a piece of card and weighing it down, which we could take off in about 3 or 4 days. I'll just show you how they're doing after just a couple of days. Okay, so they've just started to come through. Work on the plot has continued, also very little with the 1 foot square gardening. I have been having problems obtaining seeds. I did suggest going to Moles. Their delivery was 6 days, but I tried to order some more this week and it's now 4 weeks, a full month. So I've got to think of somewhere else. What I've been thinking of is using these cheap seeds from Aldi. There'll be enough there for a 2 foot square garden. Took the gauge to the plot and just tried it out just to make sure that it fitted to the 2 foot square adequately, which it did, and holes have been formed in the card. I think I need to make one out of ply though. Card's okay, but I don't think it's going to last, while one made in plywood would have some longevity. So let's get back onto the plot, and I've been doing some seed sowing, and the first set of seeds I've sown are the swede, and I'm not making the mistake that I made last year. Swede are brassicas, so they're going in with what I planted last week, the Calabrese, and if I can get some seeds I'll do some other rows in between. A problem I've had this year is mice. Why is it any worse than any other years? Well, the adjacent field last year, which is a very large one, grew broad beans, and the mice had a field day. With all that food available, their population increased. This year it's corn, so their larder is empty. And being the nearest plot to the field, hop through the hedge and take what they can, even into the polytunnel. 4 attempts at sowing, result mice 4, me 0. I have no more seeds left. Tip for next year from the farmer: soak the seeds overnight in paraffin. On the plus side, this year a local shopkeeper has started selling bedding plants outside his shop, and I bought some leggy broad beans. So attempt number 5 instigated. After the broad beans, I planted out the onions, sown by seed, the best I've ever done, ever. A nice root formation, and the soil is feeling very warm, ideal conditions for potting on. Completion of the Runner Bean trench was progressed by backfilling the central trench to which I had laid a batch of kitchen waste. That brings me to the end of this week's upload. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up would be nice. If you've not already done so, please subscribe. But to get further notification of other uploads, please ring that bell. And it just leaves me to say, take care and bye.